Alright, I'm back, and this is the Xbox 360 version of the Scuf controller for do-it-yourself. I already had one made. I'm going to be adding the animal style with the 4 paddles on the back. I already have the 2. In case you didn't see the PS3 video, some of the things you're going to need, well, all the things you're going to need is tack switches or momentary switches. You can pick them up at Radio Shack, 4-pack. Wire. I prefer this 30 gauge wrapping wire. It's really thin, very flexible, fits behind the controller very easily. You're going to need a drill, soldering iron, you're going to need a glue gun, you're going to need a Dremel to cut the paddles from this Lexan. You can pick this up at Home Depot. It's just plexiglass. And to open the controller, depending on if you have a wired or a wireless, the wireless you're going to need a T8 security Torx driver, and for a wired one you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. A lot of people I see doing these videos tell you to scrape this black stuff off the contact. That's the hack way to do it. What you want to do is, if I can get it to focus, come on, is you're going to want to follow these little traces, and you'll follow them back and they'll eventually get to like a little circle. You don't want this, you don't want these little short ones and any of the ones that are connected to the other buttons, because those are the grounds. You want to follow the ones all the way back. They'll get to about right around here. Okay, and then on the back of the controller you're going to want to find where they pass through on these little buttons or little holes, and then they'll pass through those holes and they'll go to a short little trace, and then they'll go to these little tiny solder points. See, I already have them marked out. Here's the X one, the Y, obviously A has already been soldered, and so has B. There's like 4 or 5 different versions of these circuit boards for these Xboxes, so either you're going to have to look them up, the traces online. You can find them on Xbox forums, or you can trace them back. It's not that difficult. So when I come back, I'll show you the solders. Alright, so we have the tack switches wired in. They're all glued, hot glued in to the base. And here's all our solder connections. Okay. The red is the Y. X is blue. Okay, and the other ones are already existing. I already showed you guys those. Okay, now we use the common ground right here. That's a ground. And when we come back, it'll have the paddles. Alright, so here's the finished product. There they are. There's the animal style paddles on the back. This is my select. Show you that they all work. Alright, so there's knife, there's reload, swap weapons, and jump. Clearly I can't reload again unless I fire the gun. There's the reload. There's the cancel, reload, cancel, reload, cancel. So there you have it. There is the homemade Scuf. The animal style. You can buy the tack switches for about, I think it was like $4 or $5 for a 4-pack. The Lexan costs about $10 for a sheet. You know, you get some miscellaneous hardware depending on what you want to make your trigger stops out of. From what I understand, they only work on COD and Gears of War. Other games require the full trigger sweep, so I mean, if you're making this for something else, you might not want to put those in. I don't put in the adjustable hair triggers. I didn't really find they made that much of a difference. I put them in a different controller, the wireless version over there that I had done in the Scuf style, and they didn't really make that much of a difference, so I didn't really bother with them this time. But yeah, there you go. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to rate it and subscribe if you want to see some more modifications, and if you have any ideas, you know, feel free to suggest something in the comment section below. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.